Morning radio. We can find out what's going on in the world. We talk about the issues of the day, the events of the day, the people that people are talking about. We have an interesting way of looking at the news and having a little fun with the issues. So if you want to have some fun, learn a few things, and get up on the right side of the world, Doug Steffen's Good Day program on CRN Digital Talk.
Be sure to check out Good Day USA weekdays, 3 to 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Here with the original Talkback, my guest Jim Kouri, and we are always on top of it. Jim, let me give you, wait till you hear this one here. I just got this. Are you ready for this, Jim?
Sure.
Got your computer ready to type this?
Yeah. Just
got the word that Baskin-Robbins is going to retire French vanilla. You think they were too white? I don't know. Oh yeah, those damn French. What have they done now? I just don't know. All right, here it is. Kagan is radical and dishonest, and this is coming from somebody that was formerly very high up, right? Tell me about this story.
Yeah, well, the former Surgeon General Koop, who worked as the Surgeon General under Ronald Reagan, has come out and blasted Elena Kagan in the Wall Street Journal, saying that her arguments have been dishonest in the past, especially when it comes to abortion. She's trying to come off as a moderate, but when she worked in the Clinton administration, she favored partial birth abortion, which is something that they tried to question her about, and she kept saying that she had no opinion about it. And that's a lie. She does have an opinion on it. And she has a very strong opinion, and she's pro-abortion. Also, Elena Kagan is another Obama flunky. She's a friend of Obama, as was Sotomayor. He knows these people. He's loading the courts with his flunkies because he has plans for this country, and he doesn't want the Supreme Court blocking his plans. And Elena Kagan, if you cut through all of this fluff that we're getting from the mainstream media about how brilliant she is and how much experience she has, she was in a courtroom 6 times.
Yeah.
And, it reminds me of Sotomayor during her confirmation hearings, how she was so pro-Second Amendment. She was for citizens' rights to bear arms. But as a Supreme Court judge, she dissented. She had the dissenting opinion on that gun ban that was in Chicago that came before the Supreme Court. And even though it was 5-4 decision in favor of gun owners, she was dissenting, and that is totally opposite of the way she came off during her confirmation hearing. And so the same we can expect from Elena Kagan. And I think that is the point that C. Koop is trying to make.
And I got to tell you, anyone that's halfway listening to what this lady believes in, and for her to get on the Supreme Court, every single Democrat that voted for her, they should be out. And Lindsey Graham, out. Kick his you-know-what out of office. My goodness, I mean, you're talking about the future of America, when you put somebody like that. She's going to be the most radical person on there, I think. Now then, we got to go to another story here, real quick, like Arizona's fighting back against Obama. And I just wanted, let me see here, I know that there was one thing I really wanted to pick up on here, if I can find it. Apparently I can't. Well, it has to do, yes, Senator Pierce, okay? Russell Pierce.
Russell Pierce, right.
Yeah, and he's the author of this bill. And so hopefully he's going to get in there and do something about it. I know what it was I was going to ask you. At the beginning of that story, you talk about the National Guard. That Obama's announced now that they're going to be put down on the southwest border August 1st. So he's basically telling all the illegal aliens, or the future illegal aliens, or the future Democratic voters, you've got until August 1st to get across safely.
Well, listen, they know, the Mexicans know better than Americans that this is just a dog and pony show. That 1,200 National Guard troops are not going to be on duty at any one time. You're going to have different shifts. You're going to have days off. You're going to have holidays. You're going to have furloughs.
And when they're working, tell them what they're going to be doing when they're working.
It'll be, we figured that it's going to be one National Guard troop for every 7 miles. You know,
and
one National Guard, who's unarmed, by the way.
Right. He will have a typewriter in his hand.
He will have a typewriter, telephone.
Yeah.
They'll be answering phones. They'll be doing clerical work.
Paving roads. That's what they did last time.
This is a big dog and pony show at taxpayer expense. They will not be enforcing the law, and they're going to continue against. Arizona. And even though, you know, if you look at Rhode Island has a very similar law on the books there. The problem is that Rhode Island has a Democrat governor. So, the Obama administration turned a blind eye to what Rhode Island is doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you have about 20 other states that are looking at this law or trying to pass something similar to this law because, the men have already been trained by the federal government. But
here's the thing, Jim, I wish every state would have an SB 1070, but Nebraska and Wyoming, it's going to work better whenever you got in California, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. And I'm going to tell you, they're just going to move over to New Mexico because Bill Richardson, Democrat, he's all for amnesty and illegal aliens.
Yeah,
he should be in jail right now, shouldn't he? Isn't he supposed to be in jail for something that he did when... that's another one that...
tied up in that Monica Gate situation. He was trying to get her a job. At that time he was at the UN. He was ambassador to the UN, and Monica was sent there because Clinton was trying to get her out of Washington.
But this is another one, swept under the carpet. Mainstream media is not going to, do anything about their guy. Now tell me about this one. Illegal immigrants exempt from mandatory detention. And I may kind of agree with some of this, but go ahead.
Well, basically what they have done